What's going on, everyone? I hope you are well and you're having an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, I want to talk to you about, a sensitive subject. I may be a little late in coming in with this, but I had to sit with it for a little while. I had to think about it for a little while, and today it came to me. Today the answer kind of came to me, and I want to share just my thoughts around it. So you may or you may not have seen that Kanye West and Candice Owens posted a picture of them both with a t-shirt that said "White Lives Matter," and it caused chaos, on the internet, social media, TV, all over the place. Everybody was talking about it. Now, the interesting thing about it is there was uproar in what he had said, or the t-shirt that he was wearing. They were both wearing. And I watched Candice Owens' video around it, and I tried to sort of understand, her point of view around it, and I guess tried to sort of understand Kanye West's point of view around it. Now, here's my point of view around it. Not that I'm either of them, not that I'm a celebrity in any way, but one of the things that I am is I'm white. I'm actually mixed, but I am predominantly white, and I am also I'm also Brazilian. I'm Brazilian, I'm Italian, so I'm foreign. I live in the UK. I've been living here for over 30 years. I am a British citizen. But I wanted to share something which, from personal experience, and then also having seen experiences to do with, racism, gender discrimination, so many other different things that I've seen and experienced, throughout my life, whether it's been direct or indirect, having seen things, around the world, and I'm seeing it more and more and more at the moment. What's kind of triggered for me is, that the way this was being portrayed, or the way that the message from the media, the outrage, from other celebrities, is everything else is although white lives don't matter. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, let me know, because what kind of upset me the most is I came into this country, as I said, when I was 11 years old. I've been bullied, I've been, racially abused. I was called Blanca from Street Fighter. He was a Brazilian, he was a beast, actually. So I was called that, which now I kind of laugh about it. But at the time, when you're young, it's not funny, because you don't want to be labeled as a beast. You want to be labeled as someone who's ugly and green and has got, red hair. You don't want to be labeled as a Brazilian cunt, which I've been called a number of times. You don't want to be told to go back to your own country, which I've been told a number of times. And I've also then witnessed, people doing this to other people who were of, different ethnic backgrounds. They came from different countries. So my view around this, and my problem, not just with whether it's white lives, black lives, Asian lives, it doesn't matter what lives they are, what the hashtag is. What I think we need to begin to do is to stop this whole thing around race, whether you're white, you're black, you're Chinese, or you're Indian. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we are all lives. We are all individual lives. We're all collective lives. We're all humankind. We're human beings, and there are lives that are even beyond human beings. There are other beings, other lives in this planet that we call Earth that matters just the same, and they are just as important as you and I, regardless to color, regardless to what we are, whether it's an animal or a tree or a plant or the grass, whatever. If it's a living being, you matter. And this whole thing around, discriminating, whether you're, it just frustrates me that, we're even talking about it. And I want to share, the reason I'm sharing this video is to send a message for you to connect with you, for you to connect with yourself, for you to understand who you truly are. If you think that you are a color, think about this for a second. Close your eyes. and think to yourself, I am a color. Are you a color? Are you truly a color? Doesn't matter what color it is. And I'm not even going to say which color it is. I want you to identify yourself as who you truly are. Can you truly identify yourself as a color? If I say to you, who are you? You're going to say, I'm a color. Are you a color? Or are you going to say, I'm a man, or I'm a woman? Or are you going to say, well, I'm human? You're none of these things. To put it truthfully, you're none of these things. You're none of that. You're not your sex, you're not your color, you're not human, you're not a man, you're not a woman. You're not whatever you think you identify as, you're not. You're not. You are so much more than that. You are so much more than that. You are beyond that. Who you truly are inside, deep, deep, deep inside. And beyond that, when you connect with who you truly, truly are, you realize that this BS doesn't matter. And we look at history, and of course, and I'm not discrediting what happened, in history, but that's history. And if we continue dragging history into our present moment, if we continue dragging history into the now, we are continuing to label ourselves as something that we're not. And we're pointing fingers in situations that no longer exist. They may exist in small cases or cases around the world, individual cases. But here's the thing, do we continue dragging that? Do we continue allowing ourselves, do we continue allowing social media, TV programs, other people separating us when we should be coming together regardless? And there are people out there who are uneducated, who are not connected to who they truly are. And is that you? If that's you, connect with it. And I'm not judging. I love you regardless. I don't judge anybody. I love you regardless to who you are, who you identify with. But let me just say, you are so much more. And I know that because I've experienced parts of me. I've gone beyond this physical realm to understand that you are what we would describe in human words, and that it doesn't even do it justice, as unconditional love. As unconditional love, the greatest power on this planet. Think even beyond that. Unconditional love doesn't even touch the sides of who you truly are. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself with those eyes, with unconditional love, acceptance, beauty, because you are beautiful, regardless to your color, regardless to what you identify as. Nobody needs to tell you or accept you for who you are. You need to accept you for who you are. And when you accept you for who you are, you will learn to accept others for who they are. Because when you realize who you truly are, you realize who they truly are. And I don't even want to share any more than this, because when you have that realization, that penny drop moment, and you allow yourself to truly connect in unconditional love with everything that you are, you want judgment, you want race, you want discrimination, you want anything to change, it has to start with you. Do I agree with white lives, black lives matter, or any matter for that matter? I don't care. What I care about is me. What I care about is loving me unconditionally, because it allows me to love you unconditionally. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care whatever you identify as. I love you regardless, because I've learned to love me. And this is what we need to do. We need to learn to love ourselves and stop separating ourselves as though we are different, because we're not. We may be having different life experiences. We may be here having different life experiences, but we're not different. We're not different. We're all here to serve a purpose, to learn, grow, and develop as individuals and from each other. And I hope this makes sense. I hope that you are able to connect with everything that you are. I hope that you are able to look at you yourself, and truly start to understand who you are. And when you learn to let go of self-judgment, self-hate, self-discrimination, self-racism, self-punishments, the list will continue. When you allow yourself to heal and truly accept everything that you are, you will really start to see and realize how beautiful every single one of us are. Every single one of us. And people talk about white privilege. We're all privileged. We're all privileged. We're all privileged. Look at yourself. Look at how privileged you are to be alive. You are alive today. You've spent all this time watching this, and go look in the mirror and truly look deep into your eyes. Look at who you truly are. You will see how privileged you are because you are alive today. And all we have is today. There is nothing more than today, nothing more than right now. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow is never, ever guaranteed. Ever. Start to find who you truly are, and you will find how beautiful we all are and how we are all connected, every single living being. And we will stop this BS. We will stop this separation. I know this may trigger some of you. I know it will. And if it does, then there is obviously something there that needs to be looked at. Have a look at it. I'm more than happy to talk. I'm more than happy to have a discussion. I'm not here to cause hatred, to cause arguments. I'm sharing this in unconditional love because I am sick and tired of seeing all of these things happening, people hurting each other over these things, when actually, when you sit and talk to each other, you realize how much you actually have in common, how much you're actually all in pain, and often or not for the same reasons or very similar reasons. When you get to communicate and talk to each other and share experiences openly, honestly, and vulnerably, that's when true healing really, really starts. Have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, be great, be fantastic, and be absolutely phenomenal today, because it is everything that you are. I say it every single time because it's true. Go and take a look. Have an amazing day. Take care.